What's going on, guys? This is xDave and I'm playing a team deathmatch on Villa here. I'm using the Spectre. I didn't actually have a class set up for this game, I just chose one randomly and this is the one I chose. I think I have extended mags and grip, so I pretty much run out of ammo straight away and have to use a lot of guns that I'm not really very comfortable with, don't really use much. So the score is not, well, it's okay, but yeah. I don't want to talk about the Spectre though. It is a good weapon, fun to use. But what I want to speak about was Ghost. Give my 2 cents on that really, as there's been huge discussions going on about it since the sort of first week really. And well, obviously it's been in all the other games, but the difference has become because you've lost stopping power, which was practically on every person's class. There was almost no one that didn't use that. Now Ghost is, well, it's moved perk tier for starters. It's moved into tier 1, which is apparently the most powerful ones. I can't say I would agree with that. Looking back, stopping power has always been there, and that's been the most powerful. But yeah, anyway, so without stopping power, without any perk that's really necessary over Ghost, everyone uses Ghost. And I suppose you could say that's overpowered when everyone uses something that is what people generally say. For example, the 74U, everyone uses that. Everyone says it's overpowered. Whether it is or not is a different discussion. But yeah. Now, as for Ghost actually being overpowered versus overused, I have to say it's definitely the weakest variant of all the Ghost equivalents, cold-blooded and all that in the other games, especially its normal version. Ghost not pro, because the in-game description is actually wrong. A lot of people don't know this, but the Ghost doesn't protect you from blackbirds, doesn't protect you from dogs, and I think the other one is it doesn't protect you from a motion sensor. Now I assume that's a cock up on Treyarch's part, because if they wrote in the game that it protects you from it, you would assume it does. But it actually doesn't, so that's all Ghost does for you. Just protects you from UAVs. As for Ghost Pro, because it doesn't protect you from dogs, it doesn't protect you from Blackbird, it protects you from, what would it be, the helicopter, and I believe that would be it. The sentry gun as well, no one really uses that. So, it's not exactly like Ghost dominates all the kill streaks. You can still be detected by most, if not almost all of them that people use. You can be killed by them. So I can't really get where people are coming from there, especially considering most people seem to use RC cars. Whenever you go on someone's combat record and look at the kill streaks, it's usually filled with RC cars. So I don't know why they'd be complaining about their spy planes not being of much use. But otherwise, Ghost is. If you do want to balance Ghost, you have to put it in the same tier as something else that needs that is necessary really. And a lot of people have been saying to move it into tier 2, back where it was before, the red section, which I think is an absolutely horrible idea. I think some YouTube commentator just said this one day, and everyone has picked up on it since. Because if you think about it logically, what counters Ghost at the moment, other than bullets? So if they've snuck around you, what counters it? A claymore? Is that it? That is what I would say is it. So if you're moving it out of tier 1, which you have Flak Jacket in, you're basically making these invisible people now immune to explosions as well, which was your only counter to them. So you're going to have guys with Flak Jacket, Ghost, and Ninja running around, and that's going to be even more overpowered, because there's nothing essential in tier 2. There is Sleight of Hand, there is Harden, there's lots of good perks, but there is nothing you actually need. So if they do think it's overpowered and do think it needs to be moved, you'd have to put it in tier 3, I would say, because you have to mix it up with Ninja and Ghost, because they go hand in hand really. So if they're not together, if you're creeping behind them with Ghost, you won't be quiet without Ninja. They'll be able to hear you. And if you're creeping behind them with Ninja, if they get a UAV, well, they've got you then. That's how you solve that. If you think it's overpowered, like I say, there are so many things that can still kill you because of the assumed mistake that Treyarch has made in that Ghost doesn't actually protect you from much. Not to mention bullets, claymores, everything really. But that's why I don't get why people say it's overpowered. You've not really worked too hard for a UAV. That's sort of like a free 2-kill streak if you've got hardline. So dying after that isn't that annoying. Well, for me personally, anyway, it wouldn't be. But yeah, that's pretty much what I think about Ghost. If you have a comment on Ghost or what you think about it, generally people seem to think it's overpowered, but I'm not too sure on that. So anyway, I get a few unlucky things in this game. Another unlucky one there, that bloody second chance guy. And yeah, so if you have anything to say about Ghost or any suggestion that would perhaps make Ghost more balanced, please leave that in the comments. If you like the video, please rate it, and I will see you next time.